a congressional hearing to confirm one of the president's nominees for position at the VA. There's a lot of controversy behind this person. I'm gonna pull it up real quick from military.com. Okay. Now I need y'all to hear me on this, and I want to be clear with what I'm saying. Okay. First of all, what I'm getting ready to talk about are proposals that the Trump administration is looking to. Well, they got to make it public first. There's a certain procedure you have to go through before you change anything at the VA, right? Any proposals that are written up, they have to write them up. They have to send them out to the public. And if there's any type of disagreement with what they're putting out, that there are a lot of people outcrying about it, they take it back, they reword it, rewrite it, and then they go back. So if you have not been paying attention to what has been going on this week in Congress or this Senate confirmation hearing, okay, the Trump administration wants to change the way VA ratings work, the way the VA pays veterans. Is basically everything we had talked about 2 years ago with the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office. Okay, they want to imply means testing. They want to change certain disabilities to where they're not rated as high. Things like tendinitis, some mental health ratings, along with sleep apnea. These are real changes that they want to make. Now, none of this has happened as of yet. I don't want somebody out there to panic. Oh my God, they're taking this away. No. Nothing that I'm talking about right now has happened yet. But make no mistake, when they start rolling this out, they're testing the waters to see if there's an appetite for it. Because they're looking to make cuts to the VA's benefit section. Make no mistake about this. Make no mistake about this. I had talked to you all about this before, where means testing, they want to look at veterans' total household income. Okay? If you say you're making, I don't know, let's say you're making $150,000 to $170,000 a year. If what they're proposing is going through, some of y'all ain't gonna even get a check, even though you may be rated at 100%, and it's because of how much you're making. Same thing with your spouse. If your spouse is making X amount of money and you may have retired, you got that much money coming in the household, you clearly owe $250,000. Yeah, they're not anymore. Again, none of this has been implemented, but this is what they were talking about on Thursday. The same with some ratings, okay? The same way with the calculations for ratings. These are all things the Trump administration is looking at and looking at changing. So in the next few weeks, as they roll this stuff out, once they put it out to the public, that means that they're serious about making these changes. Another one to pay attention to, TDIU. I mentioned this 2 years ago, that this is probably going to happen. Now, this was mentioned on Thursday, cutting off TDIU at retirement age. I want to preface this again. I'm not trying to scare people, but I'm trying to tell you what's being talked about in these hearings. And you can see this for yourself. Again, I'm going to pull this up. You guys can go read it. Or you can get your AI, whether it's Gemini, ChatGPT, or whatever, to show you the credible sources of where this is coming from. Okay, because this is happening. How soon it's happening, I don't know. But this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Now, obvious questions that are out there, right? Is it going to be grandfathered? That's a question mark. In the past, the way the VA normally did things in the past is if you already had something, you had it for a certain amount of time, it was automatically grandfathered, you had no worries. That's not really clear in this current way that the Trump administration is putting it out there. It's not clear. It's not clear that if you put in a new claim, and let's say they make these proposed changes, they go back through your file and you got a rating for something like sleep apnea that was 50%. They've now changed it to where you can only get 10%. It's a possibility. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm only giving you the scenarios as it played out before Congress. There's a possibility they could take that 50% away, give you 10. Now you've gone from 100 to 70%, 80%, 60%. This is real. This is 1000% real. Again, when it comes to TDIU, normally it would be grandfather, not the way they talked about it on Thursday. So be prepared out there. Your income, your family has a large income. Hey, this is what it is right now. This is what they're talking about. This is what they're doing. And there are going to be people who are going to get caught up in the tendinitis, the mental health rating, and the sleep apnea rating, because they're going to go back and they want to change the way those were rated. And again, they're not being clear whether or not if you already had it, they're going to leave it alone and let it grandfather, or they're going to go back and switch it. They're looking at saving money through the Department of Veterans Affairs. They're looking at, when they cut Social Security, cut Section 8, they cut food stamps. This is another one they want to cut. Veterans benefits, reward benefits. They want to cut it. And if this goes through the way that they laid it out, there are going to be a lot of people. There's going to be cuts. A lot of people. The biggest one that I see that they're talking about is TDIU. There are a lot of people out there on TDIU, a lot of them. And if they go by retirement age and cut it off, wow. The other one that sucks is the means testing. You got more than $135,000 in your household. Yeah. So I'm watching this closely. Okay, I'm sure there's other YouTubers out there who know about this, who talked about this, who mentioned this, but I'm going to be paying close attention to this. I really am, because this is going to affect a lot of people, even me. Because some of y'all know I got income coming in from other sources other than just the Department of Veterans Affairs. And if these proposed changes are true and they looking at, okay, you getting 120, 130,000 already on top of your VA benefits. And they go, no, this is way too much income coming into your household. That's real, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. I'm trying to make sure I remember all the other stuff, because I had a whole list of stuff here. Like I said, the whole process is getting ready to change. The way that they do ratings is getting ready to change. The way they calculate ratings is getting ready to change. So I just want to make you guys aware of that. I'm not trying to scare anybody into, oh my God, they're going to take everything away. No, but I want you to know what they're talking about, so it is not a surprise, so you can be prepared. My apologies, gentlemen. I forgot to put the link in the group chat and in here. I was running a little late. But yeah, this is what they're talking about. And then the controversy behind the lady that they want to put in there. She worked in the Trump administration the first time around, and they're upset because a lot of the ideas are coming from her. So the Democrats are raising hell because a lot of these proposals she suggested, along with the CBO. So look, I don't even know a solution to this other than contacting your senator, contacting your congressperson, and letting them know how you feel or what are your thoughts on them possibly changing your disability payment because of what you made during your time when you got out. That doesn't seem fair to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but you're going to punish people who took the extra step to put themselves in better financial positions. And because they did that, now you're saying, well, you make too much money to still receive this disability. But I thought this was something that we earned. We all signed a contract that says you were going to take care of us. As long as we went and did what we were supposed to do, we were willing to give our life for this country. But that's all changing. Now, again, I don't know if this is going to go through, if any part of it is going through, some of it is going through, but there are going to be changes. They're rolling too much out, not for this to change. There are going to be changes, ladies and gentlemen. There are going to be changes. Where did I leave off? Free Thinker, what's going on? How you doing? Brian S, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. B, what's going on? Okay, still. Yep, I just sent the link. I got the link here in the chat. Viper, what's going on? How you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna move on from that one, man, because again, I'm not trying to scare people and all that, bro, but there's change coming.